Good morning, everybody. This is Bob Iacino from Path Trading Partners, along with my co-founder, Mike Arnold. It is April 27th. This is an AM Path Chat covering the FX markets. Few things going on today, including a rash of central bank decisions happened overnight. Some of them important, some of them more sideline. For example, the Bank of Japan kept their stimulus policies unchanged, but they did lower their inflation forecast, which means they may not be exiting accommodative monetary policy anytime soon. The Riksbank, which is the central bank of Sweden, extended its buying program, which was a surprise, but isn't going to really apply to much of what we look at, maybe indirectly to the Swiss franc. But the Swiss franc is still going to move more on geopolitical tensions, which have not luckily ramped up overnight. They have stayed the same with North Korea, but they haven't ramped up. There was some pressure on the peso last night. When talk of exiting NAFTA had heated up, dollar Canada moved as well. But President Donald Trump tweeted about an hour ago that we are not exiting NAFTA, as Canada and Mexico have agreed to renegotiate NAFTA, which is interesting. Wilbur Ross was on one of the shows talking about there being clauses in there that were just poorly designed, and those are some of the main points they wanted to renegotiate. That's part of the reason Mexico and Canada are coming to the table, because some of these clauses actually helped outside nations in trading with the U.S., Mexico, and Canada, and did not benefit the three countries at all, hurt the U.S. the most. This is according to Wilbur Ross. Markets slipped a little bit overnight, equity markets. The Obamacare repeal is alive and well. We got a broad outline, a one-page broad outline of a Trump tax plan yesterday. Gary Cohn and Steve Mnuchin were out there talking, giving very few details. We all think it's because details were hard to come by. They weren't available yet. Euro slipped a little bit. ECB left everything unchanged. The asset purchase reduction is as expected, and the rates are unchanged. We're awaiting Mario Draghi's press conference. And then we're also awaiting U.S. durable goods, wholesale inventories, wholesale sales, which will come out. They'll be out before this particular Path Chat is posted. But that's it so far. Let me turn it over to Mike, let you know what he's seeing on the charts. Mike, it's all yours.
Okay, thank you very much, Bob. Euro US dollar pair pulling back a bit today. Found some support right at our trend line and significant level, 108.78 area. If this support does not hold and it goes lower, next key level is 108.64. Then followed by 108.55. If that level is broken, you could see a move all the way down to the 8, which is 108.37. If the euro US dollar turns around, moves higher, minor resistance right around the 109.03. Then we don't really have any resistance till the 109.29. And if that does not hold, then we can go see the 109.50, which are these prior high areas. Over to the pound. Pound finally got through this descending trend line, retesting the defining point where it's backed off this 129.06 level, which is proving to be key right now. On a move of the pound US dollar back higher, watch for resistance around the 129.06 to the current highs, which are 129.17. If those do not hold and it continues higher, next major level higher, 129.71. On a pullback, watch for minor support around the 128.38, then more significant support around the 128.06. And if that doesn't hold, we can see it all the way go back to the 127.71. Over to the US dollar, Japanese yen. Found some support already at the 50, which we talked about yesterday, 111.12. Moved up through our dueling significant levels, 111.32. Next levels higher, 111.65 to about the 111.80 area, which is all this area, which we also have yesterday's highs. That's going to be very, very key resistance. We have a prior clear path, and there we have yesterday's high. We have GAN clusters all in that area. So that's what we'll be watching for. If that is broken, the next major resistance comes in at 112.11. On a pullback, watch for the support right around that 50, which is today's lows, 111.12. Then we have two GAN levels right around 110.86. Then nothing really down to the 110.49 to 41, where we also have a rising 8 EMA coming in. US dollar Swiss franc, again, has held support at our trend line multiple times now. So this is proving to be very key. It also found support at the 62.5 GAN level, 99.23. If it continues higher, watch for resistance around 99.47, then around 99.53, and finally up around 99.60. So we have this key resistance. Once that's broken, there's not a lot of resistance until we get to around the 99.80 area, where we have a flat 200, a declining 21, and a trend line all coming in the same area. On a move back lower, again, 99.23. Then we have a series of lows you can watch for in here right around the 99.12 will probably be sort of key. And then if those are broken, the 99.02 is going to be the next level. Then if that's violated, all the way down to the 98.89 area, which is right down here. Aussie US dollar, talked about yesterday, closing below this key level, which did not happen, the 74.73 area. So it did not trigger a longer term trend line trade. That may still trigger today. Again, this area is key. If the Aussie US dollar heads lower, support right around the 74.54, which is yesterday's low and the 50% gain level. And once that's broken, no major support in here that's identifiable yet until we can properly draw some new GAN levels. So this could fall down pretty quickly to the 73.81 area. On a move back higher, watch for very minor resistance around the 74.73 area, then more significant resistance around the 74.93, where we have a significant level, then slightly above that 74.98 or the 75 level. If that's violated, you could see another run up to retest this trend line and kiss it goodbye at 75.14, also where the declining 8 is coming in. US dollar, Canadian dollar ran up, made a push higher above these key highs right around 136.23, did not sustain that, pulled back, ran down close to the 25% gain level, 135.25, and the rising 8, which proved to be some support, just breaking below our significant level at 135.40 and bouncing back up. If it continues back down, again, minor support, 135.75, right below where we were trading, and then that significant area and the 12.5% GAN level, 135.40, and then retesting the 135.25 area. On a move higher, minor resistance right around the 136.15, then we get to the 136.24 area, and if that's broken, watch for a retest of the highs, 136.47. If we do rally back through those highs, the next level up at this point is 136.74. Finally, Mexican peso, US dollar, Mexican peso pair. Strong reversal from yesterday's big run up, trading back down to the 12.5% gain level, 18.90.24, where we found some support. It moved off that level a little higher. If it continues back up, resistance 19.02.77, then we're coming in about 19.08.66, and then 19.12.82, and you'll see a retest of around the 19.22.33 area. If it turns back down, watch for retest at 18.90.24 area. Then we have the rising first cross, rising rotation zone, upper end of that coming in at 18.87.41, lower end coming in about 18.81.27. It's going to be your key support areas. That's all we have for you. Back to you, Bob.
Thank you, Michael. During the course of Michael looking at the charts, we got our durable goods orders. The headline number was up 0.7 versus an expectation of up 1.3, and the X transportation was down 0.2 versus an expectation of 0.5. So not very good numbers. The initial jobless claims came in at 257,000, which is up from the expectation of 242 and up from the last of 244,000. And the continuing claims is also up, 1.99 million versus 1.97 million. So all very negative numbers. You see on your screen right now the peso reaction that I was talking about. It's a dollar peso, so where you see that big rally up that Mike pointed to. That is obviously the dollar getting stronger against the peso. That was during the rhetoric about exiting NAFTA. And then the tweet this morning, you could see the dollar moving lower, the peso getting stronger again. That is it for today. Thanks everybody for watching. If you like what we're doing, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and we will talk to you in the next Path Chat. Cheers, everyone.